Hey guys, so again, we're talking about hormones today, and we'll also be talking about those hormones that play a key factor in weight loss and weight gain. And one of those is, if I had to pick my favorite hormone, I guess it would be progesterone. And guess what? That's what we're covering today. So, progesterone is actually something that is produced, it's obviously a hormone. It's typically produced in junction with estrogen. So, normally they're not necessarily holding hands like ghrelin and leptin, but they're definitely good friends. They're not like twisted sisters, but they're like besties. So they typically are around each other as much as possible. And progesterone actually is going to be that hormone that helps make you look younger and your skin looks better and your hair looks better. So if you've ever come across someone and you're like, God, you have amazing skin, you should be like, gosh, you have amazing progesterone production. Because that's what it's all contributing to it. So a lot of people will ask me about like menopause and the onsets. Most people don't realize, yes, your estrogen levels during menopause are going to dip, but nowhere near as badly as your progesterone levels. And that's actually what actually activates those mood swings, hot flashes, and all of those horrible, horrible horror stories that people tell you about menopause. So, typically speaking, you'll want to do something that's going to offset and kind of support those progesterone production. On the bright side, most foods that are anti-inflammatory in nature, which are what also great for detoxing. Can't stress detoxing enough, guys, and stress reduction, because those both are going to be huge, pivotal, game-changing, contributing factors into actually keeping all of your hormones at a level that is supposed to be natural, sustainable, healthy. So you just want to make sure that you're doing those two key factors, because everything else kind of falls into line. And I personally do my detoxing and stress reduction via food, typically. So, I mean, I'm not always stress reducing with food. So, I mean, I do gravitate towards foods that are stress reducing in nature, but I'm not, when I get stressed, I typically am that person who doesn't eat, which is a bad thing. You need to eat, guys. Food is important. It's more than just fuel, it's building materials, and it is what's needed for progesterone production. And that progesterone production is actually what's telling your body, hey, let's activate more collagen and let's get more elasticity going. And that's what keeps you looking and feeling younger longer. And I have yet to meet someone, like, there's no one cornering the market on, gosh, you want to age faster? Here's some sugar. Because that's reality. Sugar and caffeine, that's a great way to do both of aging faster. So you want to just make sure that you are taking advantage of the tools and knowledge you already have readily available to yourselves. Make sure that, especially like progesterone, is one of those things that if you want to balance it out again, you can do those exercises like HIIT workouts. I notice those things that I keep saying, like detoxing, stress reduction, HIIT workouts, regular sleep, eat right foods. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. It's literally everything. Every single hormone I've talked to you about hits on those five keys for a reason. I mean, those are pretty much without a doubt in every single one of my programs. I can't explain why. Oh, wait, that's right, because they work. So, for those of you who aren't paying attention, detox regularly, because progesterone is one of those guys that you want on your side. It is a hormone that is super beneficial for you. Just like everything in life, you don't want to have excess, because excess is always a bad thing. This is going to end up with like the hormone belly we were talking about with estrogen. Same with excess testosterone, only testosterone also produces body hair. So nobody wants that. But yeah, I guess guys kind of want that. But the point is, girls don't want facial hair. That's what you get with excess testosterone. When it comes to excess progesterone, you're going to have that same kind of, like we were talking about, the hormone belly. this is the same land. So again, you just want to focus on those key things, making sure you're eating the right foods, detoxing regularly, getting quality sleep, making sure you're doing your stress reduction, and staying hydrated. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, guys. Make sure you're doing exercise. It's it can't get any simpler. And yes, I realize that it sounds super easy, but in practice, it can be just awful, especially when most of us don't realize that every single food we eat actually activates a different hormone and carries with it its own hormones. For example, grab one of our fruits. Boom, apples, high in estrogen. Most people don't get that. But it's also high in fiber, which means that it is going to help naturally push everything out of your system and kind of help you keep regular, which is going to help also with detoxing naturally. It's one of the foods that I list off as foods for detoxing. If you have excess estrogen, maybe don't start off with it. Yeah, we can work into it once we're started to like push everything out with other things. I know it sounds really weird because it's technically we're talking about poop, but it happens, right? There's that saying for a reason. And it's good that it happens. And when it comes to detoxing, that is like your body's number one way of getting things that it does not want and or need out of its system. And when you're not urinating or defecating, you're actually creating a backlog of toxins, and then it just kind of finds its way into every facet of your body, and you don't want that either. So make sure you are detoxing regularly. Can't stress it enough. And de-stress. And we're going to talk a lot about additional hormones. We're not going to go into crazy detail. I've done a lot of information in regards to like breaking down the hormones themselves, kind of like how they activate, all that good stuff, all on my website. So if you want more information, please feel free to stop by and read the like 30 blogs on each of them at askdrd.com. There's also awesome recipes that coincide with the foods needed to actually achieve the balance for that specific hormone. So if you are interested in finding additional ways to do just that, check out the site. Until then, see you next time.